Woohoo, this should be good. Right. Golden generation, come on. Hmm, maybe not. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well. Today, we're taking on Marseille. It's a semi top of the table clash. It's going to be quite important in regards to who is in a better position to qualify to go straight to the group stages of the Champions League next season. So, hopefully, we can pull out a win there. And yeah, hopefully, we can because that would get us in a nice position and help us keep our job, it feels like, because the way we're going in some competitions, not good enough, it's fair to say, here at Monaco. But before we get into that, we have had our youth intake. If you like the look of this youth intake, then go down below, leave a thumbs up. And also, if you're looking forward to this game today, and if you are new to the channel and enjoy the content, also remember to go down below, hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. And here is our youth intake. Considering they said that this would be a decent youth intake, I'm a little bit disappointed on first glance. Obviously, it's going to be a struggle to get 5-star potential players all the time because we've got a pretty good team here at Monaco, even though they don't play like it sometimes. The star act, according to Bertrand, is Marc Poulin, a defensive midfielder who can also play centre back. Apart from aggression and tackling, not a lot standing out there for me though. So, look, we're probably going to sign this guy, but if that's the best that we've got in our youth intake this year, not great, it's fair to say. I will give these guys some faces too once we do sign them after all their contracts expire and whatnot. I will sort that out probably in a couple of episodes' time because we do have the Chelsea game right after this one as well. And I will watch these guys in their trial match in between these games too. In terms of interesting other options, we've got a few interesting nationalities here. We've got a guy from Guinea, which is not unusual. I'll show you guys Candy quickly because he's the other one who's probably the obvious signing that we're going to make. Attacking midfielder, got a few decent stats. I mean, at 15, all these guys have got something to work with, so we'll probably trust the star ratings. Go down to the guys at 3 stars. There's Arnaud. Just quickly give you guys a look at these people. Abdul Bari, who is the Ghanaian, and also Kevin Lusso, who is a right back who can also go out on the left. In terms of the other prospects, probably going to avoid them unless they do something in that game. We do have a Netherlands player, Okankala, another right back. We've got a couple of New Zealanders, which I might just sign them because, well, the New Zealand team's actually struggling to win the Oceania qualifying section for the World Cup, which, if you know about Oceania, that's a bit embarrassing for New Zealand. And one of them is a striker too, so hopefully we can turn him into the next Chris Wood, even though that potential is not great. 14 finishing. Maybe we'll leave him in the team for a little while and try to make some money off him because he looks decent. And Pat Wallace as well. He's another New Zealander, so I think we'll give some special treatment to the New Zealanders, even though they probably aren't good enough to be here. We'll see how they get on. And we've also got a Mexican goalkeeper in the mix too, so there's a few interesting nationalities, and as well as this Fuad Mchangama, who is from Comoros. I have no idea where that is. I'm pretty good with my nations normally. I have no idea where this guy's from, but he's probably going back there soon, so yeah, not our issue probably. He doesn't look like he's got much apart from crossing and acceleration. Be fair, his physicals are decent, but unless he does something amazing in that trial game, I don't think we're going to be keeping him. Probably just a couple of New Zealanders just for country favours and also these top 5, but not the greatest youth intake, it is fair to say, although we've said that a few times now here at Monaco and we have had the odd decent prospect come through the system, so maybe we'll do a wait and see with that one. Hopefully one of these top couple of guys can prove me wrong. So in yesterday's episode, we took on Chelsea. Very depressing. 4-1 loss. The less said about it, the better, especially goalkeeper Alisson. To be fair, since then, he's actually been really good. We've had 2 Ligue games and we've found some form. I think the morale manager's starting to work a bit better for us. Now that we're past February, hopefully we can just bin that month off and get back on track. So we first took on Nîmes, picked up a 3-1 win here at home. We gave away a penalty in the 23rd minute and Jledi, a good young striker, put that away, and we were down 1-0 at half time, but then Flavio Henrique, this goal here, I thought Alisson was bad. I mean, I don't know what Monche is doing there for Nîmes, but he gifted Henrique a goal there. Then in the 55th minute, we got the lead, and it was through Almas. Nice little run past the defender and slotted that near post. Good goal that for LG Falmas to put us ahead. And then later on, Flavio Henrique got his double. Alvaro Fernandez off the bench puts the ball in. Dembele heads it onto Monche, who can't hold the ball. Henrique picks up the scraps, puts that in the back of the net, and we pick up a 3-1 win, which after being 1-0 down at half time is very nice. You look at the stats, we probably deserved it. Not sure if we deserved the scoreline 3-1, but given that their only shot on target came from a penalty, we had a lot of clear-cut chances as well. I think we ended up deserving that, especially considering how bad Alisson was against Chelsea. It's good to see the other goalkeeper give us a bit of a leg up in that game. So that got us back on track. And off the back of that, we took on Stade Brestois nearly a week ago, and this was a very good 4-0 win. And Alisson, you won't see this in the highlights, pulled off some very nice saves, finally showing off that one-on-one ability that he has. But as I said, a very nice 4-0 win here against the team who were up there last season. Free kick in the 7th minute. This was our first real highlight of the game, and Tanguy Nianzou, that big, beautiful, bald head of his, we love it. And he put that away to give us a 1-0 lead early. Then just before halftime, Flavio Henrique getting a shot through the Brest goalkeeper's hands. I'm not going to try and say that name. It's an absolute mouthful. Then we get into the second half, and we got an early goal here too, struck either side of halftime. Hudson-Odoi firing that one in at the near post to give us a 3-0 lead. And then very late on in the last minute of referees added time, taps over, putting a header into the near post side of the goal as well. So we did exploit them there in a very good 4-0 win. They did have a few shots, Stade Brestois, but we were very good with ours. And that was a nice, comfortable win, which is good to be saying. And what that means for the Ligue table going into this game against Marseille, which could be the most important for the rest of the season. Off the back of this, not sure if we're going to have too many more important games apart from Lyon. That's where we might come back in a few episodes' time, and off the back of that, we might just even play out the rest of the season off camera, depending on how we're sitting. But we'll have a look at Ligue 1 quickly, and you can see we are back up into second. A few things have happened to help with that. PSG rolling along in first, 6 points ahead of us, which isn't too big a gap to be trying to claw back with 10 games left. So we're not completely out of it yet, but we do need a favour there. What I will say is PSG did do us a favour by winning their most recent game. Sounds a bit strange, but that's because it was against Lyon, and they were keeping pace with both us and Marseille quite nicely. So to keep them down on 62 points instead of 65 might actually do us a favour for Champions League qualification for next season. So that was good. And also most recently, Marseille, the game week before this one, they drew, if we scroll down, with Amiens, who are right down the bottom of the table. Some drop points at home for Marseille there. And that is the reason that we have climbed above them, albeit if we lose against them today, they will be going back ahead of us, and we'll have a fight on with them for that second spot in Ligue 1, which is oh so important because second gets automatically into the group stages of the Champions League, while third has to go through qualifying. So we definitely, at the very least, want that second spot, just like we got last season, albeit this year it's a lot more competitive at the top of the table than it was last time around. So as you can tell by the points table, this is a pretty important game for getting a leg up for qualifying second. If we lose it, not the end of the world, but we'll have some ground to make up. If we win it, we'll be in a nice position, 4 points clear with only 9 game weeks to go. And our run-in, we've only really got Lyon, and after that, it should be really teams that we're beating. So a win here would be very nice to help us towards both our Champions League qualifications for next season, hopefully getting in at the group stages, and also hopefully trying to put some pressure on PSG just in case they do slip up. Now, we have had some players return from injury. Goron is recently back from his injury, but he is really low on match fitness. I've actually got him playing the game against the youth candidates tomorrow in game. He isn't going to be registered for the second leg of the Chelsea game anyway. And Alisson Becker, after a pretty dodgy start at the club, has actually found some form in that last game, as you could tell by the 7.8 rating. So we're going to leave him in goal for now, but Goron probably going to make his way back into the first team soon. Just going to give him some second team football to get him back up to scratch. You can see his overall condition's still not quite there, so we could risk him, but I feel with Alisson in the team, hopefully he doesn't let me down like he did yesterday, but yeah, hopefully he can hold his end of the bargain up until next season when he can go back to backup and Goron will come back into the team. We do have a bit of a serious injury. It is to Mamadou Koulibaly. He is going to be out for about 2 months. He's gone to see a specialist for a hip injury, albeit a player who wasn't really featuring in the first team too much anyway these days, so not a major. He's probably more of a second team player, so I think we'll get on just fine without him. As I said, we're pretty much at full strength for this. Hopefully these players don't get too tired for the Chelsea game in 5 days' time. We will come back for the match coverage. Marseille at the start of the week too. We did lose to these guys earlier in the season, so hopefully we can get some revenge and put a gap on them in the hunt for that second position in Ligue 1. We'll come back shortly from the start of the week too. So here are the team sheets. Our team is full strength as it can be, the exception Alisson and goal for Goron, but hopefully not a bad replacement. I said that the last couple of episodes, and it's better than the bum, so hopefully it doesn't do the same today. And there is the Marseille team on the right-hand side, looking fairly similar to the one we took on in the first half of the season. The likes of Kim Dury, Forstino and Holland, Shermity, they've got Mensah in there, Fernandes in goal. It's a pretty solid team, but we should be better than them, hopefully. And we hopefully, as I said, can get a bit of a gap on them for second in the Ligue 1 table for that oh so important group stage spot in the Champions League for next season. So there is our formation being the home team, this usual 4-3-3. It's been pretty good to us so far. Not so much yesterday, and to be fair, on camera lately, it hasn't done much for us. And there's Marseille rolling out a fairly similar formation, just the midfielders switched around. They got 2 defensive and 1 in the more attacking central role. And there is the points table, just to emphasise how important this game could be for that Champions League qualification next season. Whoever loses this might be in a bit of a hunt with Lyon, as Kim Dury with a naughty little kickoff pass. And it will be Marseille kicking off in a dark bluey black uniform, playing left to right. We are in the home red and white, and it will be an early corner for Marseille. Hopefully we can get revenge for that first game this season against them, where they were flying at that stage. Not in as good a form at this time in, but they have an early shot straight at Alisson, and it is 0-0 early doors. Free kick in the 7th minute to Monaco. Not much happening to date. Fernandes to whip this in, trying to find the Anzu. Can't. It's headed away from Marseille, albeit out to Almas, and now we look to get something going yet again, making his way down the right-hand side, putting a ball in. Enrique heads it over the bar, though. First decent chance of the game for us, but it's still 0-0 after 10 minutes. Throw into Marseille as we're approaching the 15-minute mark, deep in our final third as well, although we have turned the ball over here. We boot it deep, although no one there to collect it for us. And Marseille look to get something going here. They've somehow kept possession, which is interesting. Tessier with a slide tackle. That nearly backfired. They do have a shot, but it's gone wide. Still 0-0 after quarter of an hour. Throw into Marseille, 32nd minute. Very quiet first half so far, albeit they probably might need this result more than us. I do say that. Both of us would have played each other in PSG by the time this game finishes. And just as I say that, I was going to say our run-ins are probably quite similar to each other, but Marseille have got the lead through a goal to Kim Dury. It was a nice ball here. I think it was from Bayer. Plays it back to Jose Philippe, gets it back, somehow gets this around to Goume after he just sticks a foot in, nearly gets possession back for us. Look, it's a very good finish. Not much Alisson can do there, but we're 1-0 down just after half an hour. Albeit we do have a throw-in not long after that goal. Hopefully we can strike back early. This would certainly dent the confidence, especially with that Chelsea game coming up tomorrow, where we need somewhat of a Monaco miracle, it would feel like. And we will have a corner here. We won't try and throttle the boys just yet. And we put this in. Dembele tries to find Tapsoba, can't. Mulder's going to tie this up for us, hopefully, and we might have another chance here. Almas now on the ball, back to Ampadu. Hopefully we can get something else going. Tessier in an interesting position for a right back now. Mulder puts one in for Dembele. Good at position, and we do get the equaliser. That was a wonderful position. Dembele found himself, and Mulder, not sure what the left back was doing on the right-hand side. Him and Tessier a bit all over the place after that corner, but it did pay off for us. A Goume finding a nice ball out for Mulder. Dembele and a good amount of space here. And the goalkeeper just absolutely wrong-footed, it looks like. Not sure he would have saved that anyway in the left-hand corner. And we're back at 1-1 with 10 minutes to go in the first half. And we've got to half-time, 1-1, pretty even game. Feels like a fair scoreline, 2 goals, quick fire either side of each other. Kim Dury for Marseille at the 32nd minute mark, and then Ousmane Dembele for us in the 34th minute. Nianzu on a yellow card, that's something we might deal with at half-time. No one playing sensationally, Dembele and Mulder in particular having had the hands in that goal, but otherwise, bit of a mere game at the moment, it is fair to say. We'll give the boys a bit of a rev up. I'll say I'm not happy with their performance because goal aside hasn't been great. I think we will take Nianzu off for a couple of the reasons. We'll give him a bit of a freshen up first off because we do have the Chelsea game coming up, and also that yellow card is a bit of a secondary reason. Francisco Sevillano to come on for him. We'll put Tapsoba on the other side just to hopefully help with the corners. Just that one change for now though, and we'll see if we need to make anything else happen in the second half. But we are at level terms, and hopefully we get a few more highlights in the second half. We are playing left to right and kicking off in the second stanza as we get the ball forward to Dembele early. An early highlight would be nice. He gets past a sliding tackle there, making his way in the box, puts a ball in. Flavio Henrique keeps it over to Dembele, shot blocked. Decent early chance, and they play it back to Fernandes, who was in a pretty average position to try and deal with that. Reacted very quickly off the ground, and we now have a throw-in off the back of that. Ampadu, or was that Goumet, out to Tessier in a lot of space, makes his way in the box, puts a ball over, Bayer heads it clear. Ampadu will get the ball back for us, though, and we look to mount another attack as we look to come out of the sheds racing in the second half. Fernandes keeping that in. If Goumet with a shot, it is cleared away, and that is a good early portion of play for us, but it remains 1-1. Okay, we're 63 minutes in here. Not a lot happening. A couple of early chances in the second half, but nothing great. Flavio Henrique not playing well. I think we'll take the opportunity to bring Quintero on. Haven't given him a lot of game time recently, so hopefully this will get him back up to speed. He is actually playing in that game tomorrow, I believe, so we'll make that change. I think that will do for now. I'm also looking at Almas, who's not on a great rating, but we might leave things as they are for now and see if we can make a breakthrough with half an hour to go. Corner to Monaco, 68th minute. Dembele puts it in. Sevillano, it looked like it was going for. Headed back out to Dembele. We'll put another ball in. Headed out to Almas, and maybe we're going to get something else going again. Mulder in a bit of space on the left-hand side. Into a Goumet. Gabriel Fernandes, Quintero, Almas, Dembele. Good short passing. Fernandes, Quintero with a shot. Straight at Fernandes, though. Getting his shooting boots warmed up early, though. And it is still 1-1. And we do have another free kick. I'm thinking about taking Ampadu off with that red heart. That is straight at Fernandes, though. Comes out and claims that nicely. And hopefully we can get possession back from this highlight. They boot it deep, and Mulder, that's a terrible header. Albeit the ball is taken off Kim Dury. Sevillano getting stuck in there. And we get possession back. Almas finds a Goumet. Puts the ball in for Dembele. Nice touch from him. And the box has a shot, but a terrible angle, really. It's going to be tough to get him from there, and we will make a sub. We will keep Ampadu fresh for that Chelsea game. We'll bring Marcos Llorente on for him, and hopefully we can get something going and get a winner in these last 18 minutes. Corner head to Monaco. Dembele to put in. Tapsoba heads it. Mulder in a wonderful position, and we get our leading goal. After going 1-0 down early, we responded quickly, and now Mulder, they panned over that corner from a really weird angle, so I wondered what was going on there for a second, but Tapsoba, wonderful header looking for the far post, and Mulder is completely unmarked, and we have our lead with 15 minutes to go. Throw into Monaco here. We've still got 10 minutes left, so we need to manage things carefully. That's a nice ball trying to find Quintero. I'll say nice ball straight at Fernandes yet again. A few players on red hearts, so we might slow the tempo down soon, just so they have a bit of oomph left for that Chelsea game in 5 days' time. Don't want anyone too tired for that. That's a nice ball this time for Quintero, but a good save from Fernandes. We will have another corner, though. And having just scored from one, this is a good chance for us, it feels like. Dembele whips it in quickly. This time can't find Tapsoba. We will get possession back through Almas, though, I believe. Plays it back to Llorente. That highlight finishes less than 10 minutes to go. Still 2-1 to Monaco. Goal kick here to Marseille. We've just told the boys to slow the tempo down. Time waste ever so slightly. More so now that we've got the lead, just to keep the bodies hopefully make them less tired going to that Chelsea game, but also a bit of man management, or game management, I should say, is fair to understand, hopefully, with that Chelsea game coming up. Although Marseille now on the attack. As I said, a draw, not a terrible result for us, but a win here would be great to give us a bit of a buffer over these guys going into the closing stages of Ligue 1, especially the way that the Champions League race is going, with Lyon also in the mix at the moment. But Marseille with a good spell of possession here. Moasul puts a ball in. It's gone wide from Chermity. Good chance for them there, but it's still 2-1 to Monaco. And we will get shown the goal kick. Becker takes it short to Sevillano. And we make our way forward. Good ball up to Dembele, making his way in field. Finds a Goumet. who has all the time in the world, makes his way forward. He plays that back to Dembele in the box. What can he do? He gets past his defender, puts the ball across. It's a pretty bad one, to be fair. And now Marseille will have possession, although they give it straight back to us. And Sevillano receiving the ball back from Almas and gives it straight back to him. Making his way towards the box, out to Tessier in space. Marcus Llorente just keeps possession. Now Tessier in a lot of space yet again here on the right. Over to Almas in good space. These two knocking the ball about nicely. Puts the ball in for Dembele. That's a very good save from Fernandes. Point blank range, and we can't get that crucial cushion goal. A corner, taps over, heads it over the bar. Still 2-1 with 4 minutes to go. Goal kick again here for Monaco. Similar start to the highlight as the last one, but we are now into added time. Ball played up to Quintero. Heads that back to Tessier. Long ball over to Fernandes. Up to Quintero. Gets past his man on one side. Agume in a good spot central. A lot of shots, and eventually it was Llorente, I believe, with a shot, but a good save yet again from Fernandes. He's having a very good game. We do have a corner, taps over. That is another great save from Alvaro Fernandes. That looked to be going left-hand corner, but we are now past referee's time. It is a throw for Marseille. It's a shot from Fernandes. It's all blocked. It goes out for a corner, so it's going to be a tight end, and they will put this in. Hopefully we can deal with it. Becker claims it too close to the goalkeeper, and hopefully that will be it. Rolls it out to Tapsoba. Nothing silly, and it is full time. We come from behind to pick up what could be a very important 2-1 win against Marseille. Stat-wise, at half-time, it was pretty even, but that second half, we really stepped things up. Got a goal through Mulder. Good header on from Tapsoba from the corner, which Dembele took after getting the equaliser in the first half, of course. And we had some really good chances late, but Alvaro Fernandes pulling off some wonderful saves. Best player on the park for them, no surprise at all, but we definitely started to stamp our authority home in the second half. Possibly should have won that game by another goal, but we'll take the 2-1 win against a team who did defeat us in the first round of games in the Ligue season. So we've got that 3 points back off them, and that will give us a 4-point cushion on them in second place, and hopefully someone can help tip PSG and Lyon up in the other games this weekend, because that would do us a big favour as well. We'll tell the boys that was a good win. Keep the heads up going into the Chelsea game in a few days' time, where we have to overcome a 3-goal deficit, albeit a 3-0 win would do the job for us with the away goal we got in the first leg, but it will be a tough ask against a quality team that Frank Lampard has assembled there at Stamford Bridge. But there is the result and the points table, and you can see just how important that win was, as we have mentioned many times in the episode. We're now 8 points clear of Lyon and 4 points clear of Marseille, and 3 behind PSG, albeit first and fourth with a game in hand. And to be fair, the rest of them not really in the conversation as far as the end of the table that we are concerned with, given that big points gap between fourth and fifth. But that is a very important win for us. And we will now go into the Chelsea game. That is going to be straight off the back of this episode, only a few days away. Hopefully the boys not too tired. There were some red hearts towards the end of that, so we might have to do some rest and training and whatnot. But if players have got a heavy workload, I find that if we go to the tactics screen, they don't perform as well with that heavy workload, or match load, I should say. They tend to be better when they've only got the medium, so I'm hoping they drop back to that before the game against Chelsea. But we will be back for that crucial second leg. And as I said, hopefully we can pull off a Monaco miracle at the start of the W2 and turn around that 4-1 deficit from the first leg at Stamford Bridge. But if you did enjoy today's episode, the youth intake, bit meh, and that game against Marseille, which was definitely better than the youth intake, then please do go down below, leave a thumbs up on it. And if you are enjoying the content and want to be notified when new stuff drops on the channel, remember to go down below, hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. It is greatly appreciated. But until tomorrow, where we will be taking on Chelsea, might be our last Champions League game of the season, hopefully not though. Thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I will see you then. Cheers.